Well, hey, early childhood parents, it's Pastor Brandon here. I'm filming from North Campus. We've got camp starting next week for all of our elementary kids, 2nd to 5th grade. It's exciting, but I didn't want to wait and not film this video and send it out to y'all because we start a new series this weekend. This will be the first Sunday. It's so exciting. We're so pumped about this. This is the first weekend. And from here on out going forward, where our early childhood kids and our elementary kids are learning the same lessons, the same main point, the same Bible verse. So after this weekend, if you have an elementary kid and an early childhood kid, you're going to be able to have conversations around the dinner table, and it's going to be all the same material. So it's going to be awesome, exciting. So let me come really quickly to you and give you the information that will kind of lay this out. You'll have these things attached in an email. There's a folder that you can go check out the lesson and to go check out the family devotions, which now they're both the same for the early childhood and the elementary. So there's that. We'll send that out with this. So now let me talk about the material really quickly. So it's called The Sheep Life, Living the Sheep Life. We're going to be teaching for the next 6 weeks about Psalm 23. So we're going to go through this with the kids. So it's really, this is probably one of the most quoted scriptures or the most quoted psalm in the Bible. Many people have memorized the entire chapter. In fact, the goal is that by the time we're through this series is that we want the kids to be able to memorize and know the whole book of Psalm 23. Now, we know that they're younger kids, and at least for the early childhood, and this may be more of a challenge, but I think that they can do it, especially those 3, 4, and 5-year-old kids. Don't count them out. They can do a little bit more than you think they can. So let's talk about the lesson. So week number 1, which is this Sunday, we're going to be teaching about the Good Shepherd. This is the Bible story of the parable of the lost sheep. So we're really going to be focusing on the story here that Jesus teaches in the parable of how God, goes after the one. He loves the 99, but he really cares for the lost. He cares for that person who's out there lost and don't know their way. So there's that one. Then there's week number 2, which is resting in God. This is going to be from the Bible lesson of Mary and Martha. You can find that in Luke chapter 10, verse 38 through 42. And this is really teaching the kids about how we want to rest in God's presence, not parents. We want to rest with our parents. You want to rest in God's presence. And in order to do that, sometimes we have to slow down. Like if you know the story of Mary and Martha, it was this struggle for Martha because she was trying to do all the stuff to not to necessarily kind of impress Jesus, but impress Jesus. So there's that one. Week number 3 is new strength is the focus. And this is Elijah receives strength. You can find this story in 1 Kings chapter 18 and chapter 19. So there's that one. That's actually Father's Day that we'll be teaching that lesson. So happy Father's Day. Week number 4 is going to be June 22nd, and this is Walking Through the Valley. And we're going to be teaching that one from the story of Gideon in Judges chapter 6, where he faces his fears. He faces some things that are really hard. So then there's that one. And week number 5 is June 29th. And this one is honored and blessed. That's the focus. But this one is David is anointed as king from 1 Samuel chapter 16. And then week number 6, which is Sunday, July 6th, in God's house. This is about Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth. You can say that and figure that out. Is welcome to the king's table. That's from 2 Samuel chapter 9. So that's the full series. That's everything laid out. We do have coloring pages that will go home with the kids. They will have a response page that is like this, that they are stuck to they stick to the little poster we do in the classroom. So there's that. There's motions with the main point in the Bible verse. And remember, the early childhood kids can earn little prizes and things like that. Remind them when they tell us the Bible verse and the main point, and they're able to do that over 5 weeks. They can pick a prize from our treasure chest. So all they have to do is they bring their Bible, they learn the main point, learn a Bible verse. Those things, even the early childhood kids, we're doing incentives with them. So there's that. That's the whole series. I pray that y'all have a great week. I hope this helps you. As remember, the whole reason behind these videos, when we send these out, is because we want to partner with you. We know that you are the primary disciplers. We only get 4 Sundays a month, unless it's a 5 Sunday month. We only get that many times. So that's only about an hour and 30 minutes. You have way more time with your kids. So we know that it's important that you have this material in hand, being the first ones handing this information over to your kids. So I pray you have a great week. Reach out if you have any questions.